I need 2 minutes. Chalo honey, can you able to hear me? Sorry, I had some issues here, so that's what I delayed this session. So thank you for your patience. So today we can discuss about the acids and bases. Okay, so some basics we have: acid, blue litmus turn to red, and for base, red litmus turn to blue. Okay, suppose if I have a red litmus and I pour a drops of acid, then the red litmus will remain red only. And if I have a base and I dropped it on the blue litmus, then blue litmus will remain blue. There is a no change in color takes place. Okay, so this is what about the acids and base. And in day to day life we are using different acid like a vinegar. Then in tomato there is a acid is there. Orange, mosambi, these all are having what citric acids they contain. Then in tamarind there is a tartaric acid. Tomato, tartaric acid is there. Then vinegar, that is acetic acid is there. Lemon contains citrus acid. Okay, different in day to day life we are using acids. Okay, even in a human body there is inside the stomach there is a hydrochloric acid, HCl. Okay, we are calling it as a hydrochloric acid, that is also present in the stomach. If its level increases, then hydrochloric acid level is increases, then we can say that there is what acidity is there. Okay, so to maintain, to remove or to lower that acidity, we are taking milk of magnesia or soda or eno. Okay, that reduces the acidity, that means basic, it will become what less acidic. Okay, so even baking soda, then we are using, that is also one kind of acid only. So these all are acid, means they are carbonates. Okay, base, one kind of base. Even salt is also one kind of base is there. So we have a, in day to day life we are using bases and acids both. Okay, so here we have some questions. So they are asking, you can write down these questions and their answers also. I'll dictate the options, don't need, no need to write the options, only write the question and write down the answer. Okay, so here first question is that what is the chemical name of baking soda? Write down the question. What is the name of, what is the chemical name of baking soda? What is the chemical name of baking soda? Okay, we have four options, I will read it out. Sodium acetate, sodium bicarbonate, sodium sulfate, none of the above. Okay, I will repeat the options: sodium acetate, sodium bicarbonate, sodium sulfate, and none of the above. So what is the chemical name of baking soda? So its name is what? Sodium bicarbonate. Okay, and if you hold them at in your fingers, in between your fingers, and if you drop a water on that, it will, they feel slippery. That means this is a one nature to identify the base. Okay, and acids are what? Sour in taste, and bases are bitter in taste. Okay, and they are soapy or slippery when we are touching them. That is what the basic. Understood? So chemical name of baking soda is sodium bicarbonate. Understood? Write down. Next question. Baking soda, baking soda turn, baking soda, baking soda turns blue litmus to red. Option is there: blue litmus to red, red litmus to blue, both A and B, and none of the above. So baking soda is one kind of this here. The baking soda is actually acidic in nature. Yeah, it is acidic in nature, not basic. So it is acidic in nature, therefore blue litmus is get turned into red one. Okay, so option baking soda turns blue to red, as this is a acidic in nature. Okay. Now next question. Which of the following substances turn a red litmus blue? Which of the following substances turn red litmus to blue? Red litmus to blue means that is basic in nature, no? So acidic, basic, both A and B, and none of the above options are there. That is basic. Understood? So which of the following substances turn red litmus to blue litmus? Acidic, basic, both A and B, and none of the above. Here basic. Okay, in basic, red litmus turns to blue and blue will remain blue. Okay. Now next one. Which of the which of the following substances turn blue to red litmus? Alle, blue to litmus red. Blue litmus red. Which of the following substances turns a blue litmus red? Okay, red convert हो रहा है तो obviously it is acidic. So options are given: acidic, basic, both A and B, and none of the above. So option is A, that is acidic. Now next question. A base has a base has a base has first bitter in taste, sour in taste, both A and B, and none of the above. Okay, base are what? Bitter in taste. Okay. Now next question. An acid an acid has an acid has an acid has an acid has bitter in taste, sour in taste, both A and B, and none of the above. So here answer is what? Acids are sour in taste. Acids are sour in taste. Okay. Next question. Which of the following is not an indicator? Which of the following is not an indicator? Which of the following is not an indicator? Options are given: methyl orange, antacid pill, both A and B, and none of the above. So methyl orange is also indicator. Okay, but which one? Methyl orange is a indicator. Antacid pill is not answer. Both A B is also not answer. So sorry, not an indicator. Okay, not indicator. Antacid pill is not a example of indicator. Okay, because methyl orange is an indicator. Okay, we have what are the indicators? We have a litmus paper, that is blue and red, that are made up of pulp of the lichen tree, and then we have methyl orange, phenolphthalein indicator. These are the synthetic indicators, that are man-made indicators. Okay, methyl orange and phenolphthalein indicator. But litmus paper and that China rose, okay, then hibiscus color, then that red cabbage, these are what? Natural indicators. Okay, so next one. We have to find out whether they are true or false, and if they are true, then reason. False are there, that also you have to state the reason. So first is there: nitric acid turns red litmus paper blue. Okay, nitric acid turns red litmus paper blue. The question is that nitric acid turns red litmus paper blue. So nitric acid, the name indicates that it is acidic in nature. Okay, if it is acidic in nature and we have a red litmus paper with us, then if you are adding a drops on the of a nitric acid on the red litmus paper, red litmus paper will remain red only, that will not get changed into blue one. Okay, so this statement is a false statement. Can you getting this? Can you getting this what I am explaining? Okay, so you have to listen it and write the answers properly. Now write down the next question. Sodium hydroxide turns blue to red litmus. Sodium hydroxide turns blue litmus to red litmus. Blue litmus to red litmus. Blue litmus into red litmus. Honey, can you tell the answer of this? Yes, honey. Yes, can you able to explain? Sodium hydroxide turns blue litmus to red. It's a false statement because sodium hydroxide means what? It's a base. Okay, and if you are what, honey, it's not true, it's false statement because sodium hydroxide is basic in nature, and if you add the drops on the blue litmus paper, then blue litmus paper will remain blue only. Okay, it will not turn to red. Sodium hydroxide is basic in nature, and according to given statement, this statement is false. They are saying it is converting into red. Getting this? हो गया? Now next question, write down. An antacid is an antacid is basic in nature. An antacid is basic in nature. An antacid is basic in nature. An antacid is an antacid is acidic in nature. Antacid is acidic in nature. So antacids are basic in nature. This is a true statement. Okay, so when we use antacids, suppose we have a indigestion and because of that we have a irritation, stomach ache, that means there is a acidity increases in the stomach. So to reduce the acidity we are consuming what? Antacids. Those who Antacids are the substances which reduces the acidity level or acidic nature, that are called what? Antacids. And antacids are what? Somewhat basic in nature, and then this base is added with the acid, then they neutralize and it reduces the pain and irritation. Okay, that's what the antacids are basic in nature, but here statement is there antacids are acidic in nature. This is a false statement. Understood? Now next question, write down. Acetic acid, ACETIC, acetic acid is present in a vinegar, VINEGAR. Acetic acid is present in vinegar, is present in vinegar. Yes, true. In vinegar acetic acid is there, that is true. So basically vinegar solution contains 5 to 6% of acetic acid in the form of water. Okay, so the given statement is true. Getting this? Now next one, there is a fill in the blanks. Mineral acids, mineral acids are dash acids. Minerals acids are dash acids. Okay, so mineral acids are laboratory acids. Okay, mineral acids are laboratory acids. LABORATORY. Okay, next question, fill in the blanks. Grapes contain dash, grapes contain dash acid, while apple contains dash acid, dash acid. Okay, so normally grapes are little bit bitter in taste, means not bitter but sour in taste. Okay, so there is a tartaric acid is present. Okay, so in grapes there is a tartaric acid is there, and in apples malic acid is there. Okay, so write down grapes contain tartaric acid, TARIC, tartaric acid. Tartaric acid. And apples contain malic acid, MALIC, malic acid. Malic acid. Next question, bases are dash to touch, bases are dash to touch, bases are dash to touch, bases are soapy, SOAPY, soapy in nature. Okay, the next one, next question, write down, when you use methyl orange, when you use methyl orange as an indicator, as an indicator, it gives color of acids, it gives colors of acid. I'll repeat, when you use methyl orange as an indicator, it gives dash colors of acid. So methyl orange, when is means we use to test the acids, it is always turned into red. Okay, so option is red. Now next question, the acid such as hydrochloric acid, the acid such as hydrochloric acid, sulfuric acid and nitric acid are known as dash acid, are known as dash acids. I'll repeat, the acids such as hydrochloric acid, sulfuric acid, nitric acid are known as dash acids. Okay, honey, hydrochloric spelling HYDROCHLORIC, hydrochloric ACID, and sulfuric SULPHURIC. Okay, and nitric acid NITRIC. nitric acid. So these are known as what? Laboratory acid. Just now we discussed. These are known as what? Laboratory acids. Understood? Next one, excessive use of fertilizers. Excessive use of fertilizers in the field makes the soil dash make the soil dash that is unfertile, okay. So repeat, excessive use of fertilizers in the field makes the soil dash that is unfertile, okay. I will ask this question orally. You can type an answer and send it to me. The phenolphthalein and litmus paper and methyl orange are known as dot 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 or dash. Fill in the blanks. I'll repeat. Phenolphthalein, litmus paper, methyl orange are known as dash. These all are what? Indicators, no? Correct? To indicate the whether the substance is acidic or basic in nature. So these are indicators. Honey, make a 2 column in your notebook. Okay, make a 2 column and match the following. You have to solve. I will listen the answer. Okay, in column A, write down. In column A, write down slaked lime. SLAKED. Slaked lime. 2 second means column 1 में second bit sodium chloride. Sodium SODIUM. Sodium chloride CHLORIDE. Chloride. Okay. Next, baking soda. BAKING. Baking soda. Next, milk. 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 Second, vinegar. 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 Column A. Okay, I'll repeat column A. Slaked lime, sodium chloride, baking soda, milk and vinegar. You copied, you wrote it properly. Then write down column B. Column B. Sodium hydrogen carbonate. Sodium hydrogen carbonate. SODIUM. Sodium hydrogen. HYDROGEN. Hydrogen carbonate. 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 Second, used in whitewashing. Used in whitewashing. White, WHITE, washing, WASHING. Whitewashing means we are coloring the wall with white color, that is color putti, we can say that. Okay, calcium oxide is there. Okay, now next one, common salt. Next, acetic acid and acetic, ACETIC. Acetic acid and lactic acid, lactic, lactic acid. I'll repeat the column B. Sodium hydrogen carbonate used in whitewashing, common salt, acetic acid and lactic acid. I will give you 2 minutes. You can finish this, match the following, and you can finish this and message me fast. Honey finished? Honey got the answer? Can you send me the photo on WhatsApp? Okay, Honey finish that? Can you send me the photo? I am waiting for your answer. Can you able to hear me? Honey finished? Honey, can you able to hear me? Yes, Honey. Can you check the answers? Can I tell the answers? Can you just check that? Honey? Honey, reply. Yes, Honey finished. So I will tell you the column and column B. First, slake lime we are using for whitewashing. Sodium chloride is used as a common salt. Then baking soda is used as a sodium hydrogen carbonate, and milk is contain lactic acid, and vinegar contain acetic acid. Check this. Honey got the answer. See, slake lime used in whitewashing. Sodium chloride is used in common salt. Baking soda is used in sodium hydrogen carbonate. Milk is used in the lactic acid. Vinegar is used in acetic acid. Getting this? Slaked lime, which is used for whitewashing. Sodium chloride is used as a common salt. Baking soda is used in a sodium hydrogen carbonate, and milk is lactic acid, and vinegar contain acetic acid. Understood? Understood? Write one more column, Honey. One more match the following. Are you there, Honey? Can I tell the column? Next column. Write down next column. Column A. Again make two column A and column B. Column A is a sulfuric acid. Sulfuric, SULPHERIC, sulfuric acid, ACID, acid. Okay, second, sodium hydroxide, sodium, Sodium, hydroxide, Hydroxide. Okay, next, citric acid, Citric, citric acid, Acid. Then calcium hydroxide, calcium hydroxide, Calcium, calcium hydroxide, Hydroxide, calcium hydroxide. Then next, sodium chloride, Sodium, sodium chloride, sodium chloride, Sodium chloride, Chloride, chloride. Okay, so column B you can write down. In column B, first option, neutral acid, neutral salt, neutral salt, weak base, strong acid, weak acid, and strong base. I'll repeat the column B: neutral acid, weak base, strong acid, weak acid, and strong base. Getting this? Okay. So can you match this? Maybe it is very new for you. Sulfuric acid is always strong acid. Okay. So sulfuric acid is goes to what? Strong acid. Sodium hydroxide is a strong base. See, hydroxide. Hydroxide means always remember base. Acid means acid only. Okay. Then citric acid, it is a weak acid. Why it is weak acid? See, we are eating orange, we are eating lemon. Okay, these are containing what? Citric acid. But they are not harmful for us. But they are containing acid, but they are what? Less acidic. So they are weak acids. Then calcium hydroxide. Calcium hydroxide is also weak base. Calcium hydroxide is weak base, and sodium chloride, which we are consuming every day in a food, that is nothing but a neutral. Okay, neutral salt. Getting this? Understood this? Honey, column 1, column 2, understood? Column 1, column 2 finished. Okay, so these are the probable match the following from this chapter. So now we are doing some very short question type discussions. Okay, hey, so here first question, name the three strong acids. Hey honey, लिख ले. Name any three strong acids. Okay, strong acids are nothing but what? Sulfuric acid, nitric acid, and sulfuric acid, nitric acid, hydrochloric acid. These are the strong acids. Okay, so now they are asking, write down the strong bases. What are the examples of strong base? So strong bases are sodium hydroxide, calcium hydroxide, potassium hydroxide. Okay. Then lithium hydroxide. These are the strong bases we have. Okay. So weak acids are what? Acetic acid we have, citric acid we have, tartaric acids we have. These are very weak. That's what we are consuming in day-to-day life. Okay. So they are asking which acid is present in the batteries. Okay, which acids are present in the batteries. So battery jo hote hai, car batteries are there. That car batteries contain which acids? They are containing neutral salts. Okay, so sorry, not neutral salt, there is a sulfuric acid is present in the batteries. Sulfuric acid are there. Batteries are present in the car batteries. Okay, and in small cells are there, that is a lead cells are there. Okay, in laboratory purpose and all we have a lead acids, but here in cars we have a sulfuric acid present in the batteries. Okay, so they are asking what is a salt. Question is that IMP question, what is a salt? Salt is nothing but what? Salt is a product formed by an acid reacts with a base, that is the neutralization reaction. Okay, this is a neutralized base. Okay, that's what we can consume in day-to-day life. Getting? Now, next question, write down malic acid, MALIC, malic acid, comma, tartaric acid, TARTARIC, tartaric acid, and ascorbic acid, ASCORBIC. Ascorbic acid are found in which fruits? Are found in which fruits? I think just now I explained you. Normally malic acid is present in the apple, fruit apple. Okay, malic acid is present in the apples. Okay, and tartaric acid is there in the tamarind. Okay, and ascorbic acid is present where? Do you have any idea? Ascorbic acid we present in which fruit? Ascorbic acid is nothing but what? Vitamin C, no? That is a citric acid. So orange we have, lemonade we have, mosambi. These are the example of these acids. Okay, understood? Now, and sometimes they will ask what are the acids which are present in fruits. That is malic acid, tartaric acid, and ascorbic acids are present. Ascorbic means citric acid. Okay, then they are asking what are the bases and acids. Okay, what are the acids and bases? So acids are nothing but what? These are the substances. They are sour in taste, and normally the blue litmus converted into red, and red litmus will remain red only. And bases are slippery or soapy in nature. They are bitter in taste, and the red litmus turn to blue, or blue litmus remains blue only. Okay, understood up to here? These are nothing but what? Acids and bases. Now next, what is pH scale? What is pH scale? So pH scale we are normally using to to state how what is the strength of the acid and base, whether that is acidic or basic, and what is its intensity or what is its strength. To define that we are using pH scales. Okay, they will ask one more question, write down What is the chemical name of milk of magnesia? What is a chemical name of milk of magnesia? What is a name of milk of magnesia? So that is magnesium hydroxide. Remember, magnesium hydroxide, Magnesius. Sorry, SIUM, magnesium hydroxide, Hydroxide. Magnesium hydroxide is basic in nature. Okay, if there is a acidity increases, then people can consume milk of magnesia so that their acidity is what gets reduced. Now the question is that next question. You copied that? What is the milk of magnesia? Magnesium hydroxide. Now write down next one. Name any two antacids. Name any two antacids. So basically antacids we are using to reduce the effect of acids. Because of acids sometimes there is a cause of irritation or pain. Okay, and to minimize or neutralize this effect people are using the antacids. So basically we have two antacids, that is milk of magnesia and another is sodium bicarbonate. Sodium bicarbonate is nothing but baking soda. See, in your NCERT textbook we have, there is a sodium carbonate. Okay, whenever there is a honey bee or bee sting is there, so from their sting there is what methanoic acid is inserted into the skin or into the body, and in that particular area there is what irritation. Okay, itching is there or sometimes this itching is unbearable. So during that case what we are doing, we are rubbing and a baking soda, and baking soda contains sodium bicarbonate, and this sodium bicarbonate is basic in nature, and whenever you are rubbing that sodium carbonate on the ant sting, so that ant sting forms what methanoic acid in our body. So whenever you are rubbing with baking soda it releases the pain, okay, or it releases the irritation. So that is the reason we are using antacids. Even suppose food is not digested properly, okay, and if suppose we consume more food, that time also there is a acidity increases. People are not consuming a food for a longer period of time, that time also the stomach means there is a pH level decreases in the stomach. So because of that also acidity causes. To reduce this acidity we are using antacids like eno, okay, soda, so aerated drinks we are using. Okay, this is nothing but what one kind of antacids, but according to the NCERT textbook we have to write antacids as a milk of magnesia and sodium carbonate or baking soda, because baking soda is itself known as sodium bicarbonate. It is a chemical name of baking soda. Getting this? Understood up to here? Honey? Okay, and next question, why does farmer add quick lime? Why does farmer add quick lime in their field? Okay, why they are adding quick lime in the field? Because soil gets acidic due to continuous use of chemicals or fertilizers. Okay, and the farmer adds quicklime to the field to neutralize the soil acidity. Okay, so we are using the fertilizers and that fertilizer contains the chemicals. Okay, and because of these chemicals are nothing but one kind of acids, and by continuous use of fertilizers the soil will become what? Acidic in nature. To reduce the effect of acidity, they are using what? Uh, they are using quick lime to neutralize or to make it basic the soil, so that soil will remain fertile in nature. Understood? So sometimes they can ask, name the chemicals added to the acidic soil to make it neutral. So that soil is what? Now it is acidic and we want to make it neutralize, or we have to make it neutralize. Then to neutralize we have to add base. So what are the bases are there so that the soil will become neutral? We have a magnesium carbonate and calcium carbonate. Okay, these are the two these are the these two bases are there, that when we add, then soil will become what? Neutralize. So these are the bases, calcium and magnesium carbonate. Okay, and I already discussed with you how can we cure ant sting. Okay, by rubbing the baking soda. So baking soda is basic in nature, so it neutralizes the acidity and it will become what? The pain and irritation is what? Reduces. Getting this? Then why is a toothpaste is alkaline? Alkaline means basic, that is not acid, basic. Okay, so whatever the toothpaste we are using, that is a basic in nature. Okay, because whatever the food we are consuming, small particles of the foods are remain there on the teeth if we are not gargling properly. So that food, remaining food on the enamel, it started causing the enamel, and because of that cavity forms and mouth pH is lower than 5.5. So the smell will come from our mouth. Okay, so that is the reason the toothpaste which we are using, that toothpaste is what? Basic in nature, that is alkaline in nature. Understood up to here? Okay, so honey, I will end this session. So tomorrow's timing I will let you know, 11 to 1. Okay, so I'll message you. Thank you.